Bitcoin had a strong week and moved around the $78,000 to $79,000 range. On April 22nd, Bitcoin traded above $79,000, reaching its highest level since early February. The market was watching the $78,000 to $80,000 zone because that area can work as resistance, where some investors may start taking profit. But the bigger story was not only the price. The bigger story was money coming back into Bitcoin ETFs. On April 22nd, U.S. spot Bitcoin ETFs saw about $335.8 million in net inflows. BlackRock's IBIT was the biggest contributor that day, with around $246.9 million. In simple terms, this means more money was moving into Bitcoin through regulated investment products. Why does this matter? Because ETF inflows are one way to understand institutional demand. It does not mean Bitcoin has to go up, but it shows that larger investors are still active in the market. Ethereum also stayed in focus, but it did not lead the market the same way Bitcoin did. So the signal was clear. Last week, attention was stronger on Bitcoin than Ethereum. Stablecoins were another important topic. According to the BIS, the global stablecoin market was around $315 billion in early April 2026. This matters because stablecoins are one of the main liquidity tools inside crypto. They are used to move money between exchanges, tokens, and trading pairs. Regulation also stayed important, especially in Europe. ESMA warned that after July 1, 2026, not every crypto service provider in the EU will be authorized under MiCA. Users are being told to check whether the provider they use is properly authorized. This matters because Europe is moving crypto into a more formal licensing structure. So what was the real message last week? Not just Bitcoin went up. The real story was this. Bitcoin tested an important price area. ETF inflows showed institutional demand. Ethereum followed, but did not lead. Stablecoins showed how important liquidity has become. And Europe continued moving towards stricter crypto rules. That is why last week mattered. For this week, there are 4 things to watch. Can Bitcoin stay around the $78,000 to $80,000 zone? Do ETF inflows continue? Does Ethereum start catching up? And how does the market react to regulation headlines in Europe? That's your Crypto Intelligence Update.